Welcome back, guys. Hey, welcome back to a video. It's been a minute since we've been on the YouTube, but we're back.
We're doing a mukbang. The last one we did with seafood was the story time on how we met / started dating. So we'll link that below. If you guys haven't seen that story, definitely check it out. But yeah, today we're gonna be talking about some topics that we asked over our social media. So we're gonna talk about toxic relationships, open relationships, and we're gonna talk about what our most embarrassing moments are as far as the timeline that we've been together. Like, what's the most embarrassing things that we've been through?
A shout out first off to the baby got the food.
Oh yeah.
The boiled crab.
Yep.
Everything smells good, so.
And I'm about to reheat mine up, y'all. If y'all watch some other videos where I talk about one of my pet peeves, it's cold food. It can't even be lukewarm. It has to be steaming hot.
This girl literally would eat a hot plate of food straight out once it's done cooking. And they're like, let me go ahead and put it in the microwave for 10 more seconds.
If I take my food out of the oven or off of the stove, I have to heat it up in the microwave again. I don't know what it is. I do not know, but I have to do it. So that's what we're about to do, but we've got a little bit of everything, and I'm excited.
That's the snow crab, and then in the bag we got corn, shrimp, sausage, and then the spices. They had lemon pepper, Cajun, garlic, and then the medium. I think we got the medium or mild spice level. I ain't went too high, so yeah.
Delicious. All right, so we're gonna heat it up, and then we'll be right back.
One eternity later.
Okay, so we went ahead and unbagged everything. We've got it on our little tablecloth that they gave us.
Yeah, you know, the little seafoil paper spread out thing.
We've got some limes too. I've never done a seafood boil bag with limes, so if y'all done it, let us know if y'all like that. They also gave us some extra seasoning, so we'll sprinkle a little bit of that on. So I think in order for toxic relationships to be identified, you actually have to be able to define, what a toxic relationship is.
I mean, everybody has a different definition of a toxic relationship.
It's different. Everybody has a different definition. I know, in my opinion, toxic relationships are when the respect is lost. Like, if there's no respect in a relationship, if you're completely disregarding your partner's feelings, and that could be anything, like disregarding them in the form of communication. I feel like, in a sense, when someone feels neglected in whatever aspect it is of their relationship, that's when it can fall into toxic. As well as like physical abuse, mental abuse, like those are the most common signs of being able to identify it. But I think there can be toxicity in like communication, the way you talk to each other and things like that. So I think our generation is real bad about that. I don't know what it is, but I think that people don't know how to communicate as well as they used to know how to do. Maybe it's because of technology. Maybe it's because of the fact that everything's so fast paced, so you don't have to really build relationships like you would have back when our parents were our age.
I mean, and a lot of people don't want to move like we in the 50s. I mean, a lot of people want to move very quickly, hurry up, get to the business. Hey, I like you, like me. Okay, let's make cheeks.
Right, that's what's quicker today.
I mean, everybody just want to get straight to it, cut the chit chat. Let's just get straight to smacking or straight to whatever.
I think toxic relationships are whatever you define as disrespect. And when it's no longer respect inside the relationship, I think that makes it toxic.
And then constant disrespect, constant toxicity, mistreatment, abuse with words, with hands, all that stuff, So it could be a form as abuse.
A lot of times toxic relationships are defined as like aggressive, but in a good way. But I think that that's like a term that's a very thin line, because I think it's all really what you deem as abuse, but abuse is abuse. Toxicity is toxicity. But yeah, let us know what you guys think would be defined as a toxic relationship, because obviously toxic relationships can be toxic family relationships, toxic friend relationships. It doesn't just apply to relationships with your significant other. You can have a toxic friend. You can have a toxic family member. And I'll say this too, anything that will uplift your life once you let it go, I would define as toxic. Whatever is dragging you down, whether that's a person, whether that's something that's going on in your life, or an item, a thing. There's sometimes things that can be toxic in your life.
A job, like you said, relationship, friendships, all kinds of stuff.
Yep.
A car, items, casinos, drugs, whatever, you know.
So moving on from toxic relationships, the next thing that people were asking was for us to discuss what open relationships, how we feel about open relationships. So yeah, that was the next topic that we got. So as far as open relationships go, that's not something that we, and as far as our relationship, are open to. We do, for us, personally believe in monogamy. But I feel like that also is determined on you as a person and how your relationships work in your life and what makes your relationship successful. There's some people that are not able to be with one person, and they have made that clear. They've told the people that they're with that that's not something that they're able to do, or something that they want to do, something that they're willing to do. I don't think that monogamy is for everyone. I think that's clear by the divorce rates that are out there and things like that. Like, I think that it is evident that there are different types of relationships for different people.
Yeah.
So, you know, sometimes monogamy doesn't work for some people. But I think that it's a tricky game that you play if you know that you want to be in a monogamous relationship and you only want to be with one person, but you're playing that dicey game of trying to convince someone that you know is not gonna be with just one person to be with you. If that makes sense. Like, we as women and men, y'all know whether or not someone is gonna want to be committed to just one person, or if there's a possibility that they are going to be with other people continuously despite what you guys have going on.
And I feel like, you know, a lot of people try to be like, let's do this and do that and bring her in.
Oh yeah.
And then once you bring her in, I was like, oh, hold on, do I really like this?
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, one person might like it more than the other, and then it's like, you know, oh, wait a minute, I think you're enjoying this way too much. Let's get her out the relationship. And then like, why? I like this. I enjoyed it. Don't you like it too? No, I don't like this. I want you to leave her first. No, I don't want to leave her. I want her to keep her. Well, if you don't leave her, then I'm leaving. Bye.
Yeah, that happens, like that exact scenario. And that's why it's important if you know that you're the type of person that's not okay with something in your relationship, and that can be anything, then it's good to voice that. Because if you don't, and you wait till the last minute, they might have always thought that you were okay with that. So you definitely want to set your boundaries and set up how you feel and what you're okay with and what you're not okay with in the beginning. That's why it's good to communicate.
Or don't be like, you know, halfway in, halfway out. Oh, I'm okay with it if you're gonna do the 10,
right.
Just a 10. And like, come on, you like, you know, oh no,
you either all the way in or you all the way out.
You know, there ain't no halfway in, halfway out, or I'm kind of with it or kind of not, or kind of with it with stipulations. because honestly, you know, those stipulations gonna be broken, and then you know things gonna get moved forward further, and other things gonna be tried, limits gonna be tested. Well, what if we just tried it with the tip and then a half inch more? Like, you know.
Oh my god.
And then now, 2 months later, now you get the whole thing again. Like, well, dang, what happened to the tip? So,
Yeah.
you know.
It's a dicey game, and you have to know what you are made for and what you're not. If you know you're not built for that, don't even try it.
I mean, play the game.
Because you're going to get your feelings hurt. And now you've caused yourself unnecessary trauma. And we have to be careful as humans when we know our boundaries and what we're okay with and what we're not okay with, allowing ourselves the opportunity to say no. To say no to something that we don't agree with.
Right. And you gotta say no in the beginning, because if you don't say no in the beginning, it's gonna be hard to say no 3 years later.
That's true.
5 years later.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be, you know, kind of impossible. Because it's like, dang, hold on, we've been doing this whole
The
time.
expectations already set. They already used to it.
Comment down below how y'all break down your crab legs. I ain't gonna lie, this kind of hurts.
I break mine like this,
How about like with this one?
and then you
How about with this though?
have to suck the meat out. That's our take on open relationships. I wouldn't judge anybody if they were in one.
Facts.
I actually think that when you can voice the type of relationships that you want in your life, and if that's something that you want to do and the person that you're with is okay with that, why not? If it's going to help it be more successful for you, then do what you need to do that. That's kind of how I feel about it. I know some people are completely against open relationships. Some people are completely against monogamy. When it comes to our personal relationship, it's not something that we're open to. But when it comes to other people, and if that's what they are interested in doing, there is no judgment over here at all, you know?
Because I mean, we all different.
Mm-hmm.
So our relationship works differently.
Mm-hmm.
Not everyone's relationship's the same.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you guys gotta make sure you're on the same page. And honestly, get on the same page in the beginning. It's kind of hard to get on the same page, you know, once somebody's on chapter 10 and you're still on chapter 2 or in a certain situation.
If you know also that you are someone that can be considered needy in a sense, I know for me, I'm a needy person in a relationship. Like, I love communication, I love affirmations and things like that. So if you are someone that's like that, and that's something that you like, an open relationship might not necessarily be for you if you wouldn't want that attention being given to another person as well. You do have to think about that. If you know that you are selfish with your partner, which is 100% okay, because that's the person that you're with, you know, and you wouldn't want to share them with anybody else, that's something you got to think about.
I mean, like I said, it's all about communicating, letting
Yep.
people up front, you know, what's the deal, what's the situation, like how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it's almost, I wouldn't say impossible, but it's, you know, it's just going to cause so much headache and chaos in your relationship if you wait.
Heartbreak.
Yeah, if you're waiting 2-3 years later to kind of really, you know, waste your word about certain things, or if you, or even if you feel some kind of way about a certain thing, and you in the beginning you just kind of just like you said something, but then really put your foot down on the issue, and it's kind of like, you know, they know how I feel, but not really, you know, just you kind of just let it slide until 3-4 years later. You can't let it slide no more, and now, you know, y'all talking about marriage counseling or
Breaking up
because of this one issue.
Mm-hmm.
That one issue that you thought was really small turned out to be something really big, because you didn't know in the beginning how big it was. So, like, if it's something big, or if it's something you think it is small, voice it and let it be known.
Right.
Loud and clear. Even if it is something
Clear.
small.
So let us know what you guys think about open relationships. Is it something you're open to, or is it something that you are completely against, whether you're in a relationship right now or not?
Let us know, is it open with stipulations, or open with it's all the way open, wide open? And then if it is all wide open, do you still consider that a relationship? Is it a relationship? Or is it just, two people just, constantly kicking it, smacking cheeks, on the on the low?
And then there's open relationships where there's somebody who is actually coming in and out of the relationship consistently, or one person that just comes in occasionally. So there's a whole new rule book. If y'all have been in an open relationship and you guys have a personal experience, whether it's good or bad, drop that down below. I like having open conversations about different topics, and in particular topics I don't know that much about. I know small portions of what goes into people's relationships when they do have an open relationship, but being that it's something that neither one of us have ever experienced, and it's something that we aren't open to, like we don't know much about it. So education is key when it comes to learning about different people's lifestyles. So if you guys have any scenarios, whether it went good or bad, drop that down below. As well as toxic relationships, what you would define as that, what experiences you might have had, whatever you feel comfortable with sharing.
How'd you leave the toxic
How did you leave? Because that could also motivate other people who watch this video. So now moving on to our final topic, our most embarrassing moments.
Honestly, I feel like we both know what's probably the most embarrassing moment, just off tops. I ain't even thinking about it. Because the thing you think about is what I'm thinking about right now.
Y'all, the top most embarrassing moment for me was when my mother read through our texts. Actually, when my mother and my father read through our texts. And we do have a video on that, story time on that. We'll drop that below as well. Watch that if you haven't seen it yet. But yes, in high school, we were very much so fast. So my parents read through our messages, and I'm not even gonna tell y'all the rest of what happened. Just go watch the video below so y'all can see. So yeah, that definitely was the top one for me. I think other embarrassing moments are just looking through our old pictures. Like, we really hyped each other up for some crazy hairstyles and crazy outfits and just crazy looks all together.
I don't know if y'all know me that well, but I used to have hair, like a lot of hair. Like, my hair used to go down to my chin. And what's really messed up, Carissa said I was looking good.
At the time,
she was like, "Oh,
I loved it.
I like the hair."
But that's the same thing he said whenever I had different hairstyles too, you guys. Like, I had a plethora of bad hairstyles throughout high school and college. So.
And what's crazy is my mom was like, "Eric, cut that hair off." I called my hair look ugly. She told me straight. She said, "Eric, that hair look ugly. You need to stop it." I didn't listen. I wish I would have listened earlier. Cause I look back now, I was like, dang, I look crazy.
Aside from our embarrassing moments, was people wanted to know, like, what were some of the funner or the funniest experiences that we've had together. So I would say, on the flip side, some of the funniest experiences that we had together always, I feel like, happen either while we're at home, like just cracking jokes or something. Like, I feel like we both can read off of each other's energy, and then we just start like laughing about whatever it is. Like, I might imitate Eric.
Can I get a mimosa?
Yeah, that's one of our favorite things to say, because I love mimosas. And so anytime we're joking around,
can I get a mimosa and extra mimosa and let's drink light orange juice? I don't like that much. And can I get an extra cocktail too? And where's your drink specials as well? Yeah. And can I go to the rooftop? We'll go to the rooftop bar. And can you bring my mimosa to me up there?
I also think we had some of our funnest times while we were filming. like reliving moments. Yeah.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, YouTube, you know, brings a lot of moments, a lot of experience.
It does, yeah, because it makes you really step outside of your comfort zone and try new things. Also, let us know what else you guys do want to see. Comment below some topics and things that we can do. We're trying to post on YouTube a little bit more, as well as some of our other platforms and stuff. So let us know what you guys want to see, just all across the board. Let us know. And we will definitely do that. This was just a super fun video that we wanted to do because, one, we were hungry.
Right, I'm dumb hungry.
And two, we love sitting down and talking to you guys via our camera. So this was definitely long overdue. The last one we did was last year. So maybe we should really do like a seafood mukbang each year, like an annual seafood mukbang. Because we eat a lot of seafood, but the boil bags, we don't necessarily eat a lot of those. If you never tried one, try one. The limes were really good. I highly recommend the lime. And then the seasoning just added the extra touch. Like everything was so good.
Yeah, and the sausage was so good. Oh my gosh. That sausage was so good.
Yeah, get the all-inclusive seasoning. Like get all three. If they ask you what you want, say all of them mixed together. And that one, it just takes it to another level. Like a whole nother seasoning level.
Yeah. But you also gotta make sure that they know what they're doing because you know, there'll be a lot of trash seafood places.
Yeah, there's some. Look at the reviews before you go. Look at the reviews before you go and spend your money. That's with anything though. Anywhere you go, look at the reviews.
This place had like 2,000 reviews, so like, you know.
Eric taught me that when we first started dating. Like Eric taught me about looking at reviews. I didn't really read through reviews until we started dating, and Eric was like, "No, you got to read the reviews," and that really changed my life. It helps you save a lot more money because if you type in like, I don't know, burger places, and one has 2.0 stars versus 5.0 stars or 4.7 stars, clearly the decision is not even a question on which one you should go with. So let us know what you guys do want to see in the future though. Ew. We'll also keep filming our date night videos and different vlogs. You guys seem to like those, so we're gonna keep filming those. We go and do things on the weekends because those are when we have our days off. So we're constantly doing like random stuff. So we're gonna start filming that more for you guys. We recently had gone to Miami over the summer, so if you haven't seen that vlog, check that out too. We're gonna plug all the videos on this one. Summer's almost over, so we're gonna start getting ready for fall. Let us know what content that you guys want. There's a lot to come for October for sure, so stay tuned. You know, when it comes to the costumes, we are already in the works for trying to plan some things. So if y'all have any costume ideas, also let us know. Because I really, really, really want some great inspiration. I've been trying to find some things, but we can always use some great advice. So let us know. And if you're in the Dallas area, if you have any recommendations on things to do, places to be, food to eat, let us know as well.
All right, well, that was the end of the video. You guys stay safe. We're gonna finish this seafood bag. Bye, guys. See you in the next video.
See ya.